Hello and welcome to Let's Make a List. Sorry about that. I am Phil Lehman Brown. I am your host. And for people who have not listened to this show yet, this show is where I take a topic that has to do with some kind of pop culture thing like movies, TV, music, books, something like that. And then we make lists and we talk about our choices. So yeah, sorry, just a little thrown off there in a second. All right, let me see. I want to check and make sure everyone's mics are on real quick.
Can you hear? Yeah,
I can hear.
Hey.
All right, there we go. Everyone is going. So yeah, my name is Phil, and with me today, two guests. One guest, a voice you probably know, is co-host of Phil and Ariel's mixtape.
Hello.
That is Ariel, and also my cousin Harrison is with us today. How you doing? Hello. So thank you guys very much for coming, being here. Let me, we were talking before the show and I did not do a good job of preparing everything, but I can do that right now. So today we are going to be talking about video games mostly, and open world video games specifically.
Oh boy.
Something that Ariel knows a lot about.
Everything. I would like to specify everything. I even know what open world means, and I did not have to ask Phil what that meant.
Good for you.
Yeah. I'm smart. I wear glasses.
But before we get to that, I want to talk about a few other things first. First, Harrison, are you still a Star Wars fan?
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
cool. Good. Because I remember I was telling Ariel some of my early memories of hanging out with you are took that off. Okay, remember one of your birthdays? We got there, I think you were playing a Star Wars video game. I can't remember which one. It might have been Force Unleashed. Does that sound right?
Either that or Battlefront 2.
Okay. And then but this was a while. This was like it must have been 8 years ago, 5, 6, I don't know.
8
was,
and it was at least 6.
Yeah, and I remember when we were eating, we were watching Phantom Menace.
Yes.
Yeah. So then I was okay. So
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. All right. So did you heard about that? Now they're gonna have a new Star Wars trilogy. They just announced just yesterday. They're gonna separate from the trilogy they're doing now, because now they're doing episodes. Was it 7 through 9?
7 through 9, and then the Han Solo and the other one. I forgot what the other one is.
I don't remember what either, but they're going to be doing another trilogy. They said is going to be unrelated, basically, to the one going on now, where it's going to have characters, some that might have been introduced in Force Awakens, but it's going to be another part of the galaxy, everything like that. So I'm curious, what do you think? Do you want to see more movies with the same people, or are you interested in seeing other parts?
I mean, okay, Rey is super dry and all over the place. The ongoing joke is that she's written by 30 different people, and every line is written by a different person. So they're like, one person's like, you know what, this time I want her to be surprised, and then the next time she's gonna know everything about what they're talking about. So I don't like Rey. Finn's all right. I'm fine with Finn. Poe is fine. I don't know. All the
there's
characters.
Not much about. You don't see
exactly
much of Poe. I'd be
you really
interested to see more.
He's like, wait, that's my jacket.
Yeah.
Boom, get it? Call back.
Oh, I want to watch them now.
I would love to see a trilogy that
thinking
is
about Rey that way.
all about Finn and Poe and their relationship.
Yeah.
Bonding.
No, trust me, that's an accurate representation of Rey. She's all over the place all the time.
I need to watch it because I liked Rey when I saw it. I need to watch it again. See that. Maybe I don't know. For me, Force Awakens, I loved. It was one that was that there were so many things.
I got into a very nerdy argument on Monday with somebody who loves Star Wars, and we argued about the Force Awakens. So apparently, I need to rewatch that.
I love Star Wars more than anyone, but I don't even know how I feel about the new movie, because when I saw it, I thought it was a masterpiece because it's Star Wars. But now that I think about it, I don't know. It's not as good. And when I see more reviews of it and stuff, and people's different opinions about it, I try not to be swayed about things by reviews, because usually they're super biased or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, my opinion about it sways.
Okay, I get that. I get that. I was like that definitely with the new Ghostbusters, because I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan, and so when the new one came out, I went and I was like, it was pretty good. I liked it, and then the more I thought read about it, I was like, I don't know, and so
that one was really tricky because there were so many just douche excuse me, terrible people talking about that Ghostbusters movie because it had women.
People disliked it for the wrong reasons.
Women.
Definitely.
And so like you being a man, a white man, talking about women, and you didn't want to jump on any of those wagons or anything because like, you're not one of those bad words that I almost completely said on the radio. But it was a hard one for you.
It was.
I don't know how I feel about the gender swap movies because I don't think it adds anything, but I don't think it subtracts anything.
Well, the thing is, with the gender swap, they get so lazy about actually making it good.
Yeah, it's like,
because
who needs a new plot when you can just switch the genders?
Right,
Yeah.
and they really want to like hold your hand and go, it's okay that they're ladies.
Exactly.
And then like make a bunch of jokes like, hey, we're girls, but we can figure stuff out. And it's like,
yeah.
Just write a movie and have them be the characters in it, and just lean hard into that. Like everything else will follow.
Yeah, my main problem with the new Ghostbusters was the marketing and just the way that a lot of the stuff was not on purpose, just the way it was covered by newspapers, where they kept bringing up, look, they're women, and what are people going to think about that and stuff. And it's like, just like you were saying, it's a movie, it's a comedy.
Stop making a big deal about it.
Yeah, and so.
Women exist. We're not like unicorns. It's not a surprise.
Well, I didn't see it, so.
Okay. Have you seen the original Ghostbusters?
Yes, of course.
Okay, good.
I mean, could you be related
I like
to
that.
Phil if you
I like that you
hadn't
said, of
seen the
course.
original
That's good. All right, so let's see. It's Star Wars. We could go on, but I don't want to spend all the time on that. But I will use that as a segue into video games. Star Wars video games. All right.
Ooh, I like it. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide where to go for this. Let's just start with this. What have you played? Star Wars Battlefront, the new one, not 2, but the one that came out like a year or two ago.
I played the beta.
Okay, I liked it a lot. It was one where when it came out, it got a lot of bad reviews. It's the first person shooter I played for a long time, a few months ago. I don't know, Star Wars. I played hours and hours.
Oh wait, where you were the stormtrooper?
Yeah, okay. Sometimes stormtrooper, sometimes not. Sometimes a rebel soldier.
I mean, I know everything about video games.
Because I waited a long time to get that because the reviews where people talk about how bad it was and everything.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, and then I waited and I waited until it was real cheap and I got it with all the DLC included. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was really fun. I felt like, I'm in the Star Wars world. I thought it was really fun.
When you bought it, how much did it cost you?
Oh, it cost me, I think, $10 for all of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it way later.
Oh, he waits.
And I wait till they're on sale. I haven't paid $60 for a game in
You buy the game
so
at
long.
release with DLC, it's $150.
Yeah, I just can't do that.
EA loves to scam you.
Yep.
So 60 for the game, 60 for the DLC, and then it could be like 30 for the expansion pass or whatever.
Yeah, and so when Battlefront 2 comes out, I think it looks great. It's going to be tough not to get it launched because
when does it come out?
I think it is out.
I think there's like early access right now for like EA
and like people to talk about it.
Yeah, so I think like next week is when the official launch is. But so what did you think of
the new one?
Yeah, or 2 if you've seen it, or the one that came out like 2 years ago.
Okay, so have you played like the original Battlefront?
Yes, I like that.
They're super good.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
it's not enough like the originals to be good in my opinion.
I think that's a good point. They probably should have had a different name because I think I think a lot of people went into it thinking it was going to be like those, and it wasn't.
But it doesn't even matter what they call it because people are going to still see it as the multiplayer arena.
That's a good point.
Death Ratch type thing.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
Okay,
because
I was curious, yeah.
The thing I hate the most about it, besides it being like EA and scammy and stuff, was that the heroes are lame. They're cool when you're playing them, but when you're in an actual match and not just 1v1ing your friend, you have to get the tokens to turn into them.
Oh, okay.
But in the original game, it was score streak.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you were like really good at the game, the more kills you got, the more likely it was that you become.
When I play online, I rarely ever become heroes. Exactly. Heroes basically like the characters you'd know from
like
the movies.
Han Solo and stuff like that.
I knew that.
Yeah. So there's just one kid that's always crouched next to the tokens when they spawn, and then they just take them. So it's really lame.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not fun for me to play that way, so I wouldn't do that. But yeah. Well, I'm curious. Most of the people I talk to play video games are people my age, so I'm just really curious. Obviously you're like half my age. Yeah. I'm curious what your opinions are and how popular it is and all that stuff. So yeah, just gonna, I'll have the whole list will basically just be me asking you questions about the games.
I'm totally fine with that.
I'm also getting exactly what I wanted, which is people talking very seriously about video games, which is like awesome.
I have so much to say.
It's nice. Yeah, it's awesome. What's your favorite Star Wars video game?
Okay, I thought you were gonna ask me that.
Nice.
Okay, probably Battlefront 2.
I had that for PS2. I remember I played a lot.
I have it for PC now.
Oh, okay.
And okay, so what's cool? So they had it on PC, and they took off the servers, so you can't play online anymore.
Right.
But with the release of the new one, the new Battlefront, they thought like, let's put the servers back up, so people are happy to play it again.
That's
so like
cool.
you can play a super old game with your friends again, and it's really fun.
That's cool.
But I also like Force Unleashed 1 and 2.
Those are really fun. I like those a lot. Oh, second, I got some text from people listening. Yeah, they're long. Yeah, I did you ever play Dark Forces? Do you remember that one? That was okay.
Oh wait, do you know Jedi Academy and Jedi
Yes.
Knight? Those are actually, I take it back. Jedi Academy is my favorite.
Okay, nice. Those are,
I forgot about that one.
because you were how old were you when you played those? Were there, because those were before your time, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I was alive when they were out, but like
Right.
a little too young. I found Jedi Knight in my dad's closet when I was looking for batteries when I was like 10. And I thought
awesome.
it was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because I was running Windows XP and it could barely run it, but it worked and it
That's
was awesome.
That is, I like that a lot.
I can give you an update on those texts, by the way, from people listening. They are comments about Harrison's radio voice. Yes, and how people seem to appreciate it, and that there's someone who's very envious of it, and they were told to wait for puberty, and they might get a voice like Harrison's. And the person who was told to wait for puberty is, I believe, 35 years old.
Yeah, that's good text.
And so thank you all for keeping us in the loop.
That's very funny.
So what are your earliest video game memories, do you think?
My mom, I think she got a GameCube as a gift from my dad or something.
Okay.
So I had a GameCube.
Oh, nice.
And I think I was always too scared to play Luigi's Mansion as a kid. But I played it recently, and it's not scary.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty fun. It's way more fun than I remember it. Other first Rogue Squadron. That's also a good one.
Yeah, that's fun.
Like all the good GameCube games, like Mario Sunshine, which was also just too hard.
Yeah, that one was too hard. Did you go back and play many games from before then? Because you said you played Jedi Knight and stuff. Did you go... Because I'm curious, because for me, I kind of grew up right when console video games were getting...
Good.
Common and good, yeah, like Nintendo, like there was Atari and stuff before that, but so I felt like besides Atari games, there aren't really many games before my time, so I feel like I just grew up with them. Did you go back and play many that came out before, like old Nintendo, Super Nintendo? Do you have any interest in that, or not really?
I don't, just because emulating, because I'm like on PC and I don't own any of the old consoles.
Oh, okay.
I only like GameCube's my oldest.
Oh, okay.
So emulating the old ones is kind of a pain. It's not impossible, but I'm usually just not inspired to do it.
Okay.
But I would definitely try some of the old ones.
I'm curious because like going back, and some of them are really fun still for me, but there are lots where I'm like, games are so much simpler back then, and then I would get so bored. So I'm just curious to see.
I'm trying to remember other games that I played when I was like really little. It's all just GameCube stuff, and then I had a Wii and then an Xbox.
Nice.
And then I bought a PS3 when I was like way older.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you got Xbox, you got Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. Nice.
Yeah.
Same here.
I think the only game I bought 2K for like whatever, like the basketball game, like a long time ago for my PS3. But I hate 2K. Okay. I hate sports games. They ruin the market. They really do.
I've lost interest in sports games recently. The 2K NBA games, I would get like every other year for a long time, and then it started to I went like it. Every year I'd go, oh, it's so realistic. I should love this. But then like I'd go like, but I'm just frustrated every time I play almost. And then I just realized a few years ago, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have to play them. I can appreciate how good they look, but I don't have to play them.
NFL, NBA, baseball. Yeah. I can't think of that one right now. And then like all the FIFA. I hate them.
Okay.
They eat up all the market space because every year, like like the year that like Skyrim came out, which we're gonna get into later.
Yeah, that's on my list.
Yeah, that's my prediction that I'll tell you about. Okay. The year that Skyrim came out, Skyrim's like one of the top like number 2 or something of best sold in that year.
Okay.
FIFA, NFL, all those are the next like 5. Yeah. It's like you ruin it for everyone else. And nowadays it eats up all the indie game space because all the money, like people are a lot more concerned about FIFA and COD and Assassin's Creed and stuff like that than they are about like Shovel Knight type stuff.
Yeah, we'll get to things like that on that list. But this is cool. I'm getting a sense of what kind of games you play. And you are more of a I didn't know if it'd just be like someone be like, oh, I'm into games, and there are lots of people who just buy like Madden and Call of Duty, but I'm seeing like, oh, you
I know my stuff.
You know your stuff. It's awesome.
He's a Renaissance game player.
Yeah, exactly.
Renaissance man. Just all over the place.
I should have shown you my computer when you stopped by.
Oh yeah,
it's very nice.
Do you play mostly on PC?
100%. No.
Okay, I haven't got a PC in 12 years, and it's one of those where I like consoles because of simplicity for me, where I can just get the game. I know it'll work fine. I don't have to worry about stuff.
Exactly.
And for a lot of people that's the whole thing. Yeah, a lot of people it's the opposite. Like Chris, my brother, he likes playing on PC because he's like, oh, I can customize it and make it how I want it and all that stuff, which better. I totally get. And I think I'm just used to the console stuff, and I lose interest in more of the technical parts of it. So that's my thing. Are
you good with like PCs? Like, do you know?
Not that good.
Okay.
I actually this is a Mac, so
okay.
But I grew up with PCs, so I'm familiar with them, but I haven't been using them much at all in a while.
Yeah, because JI Academy, that's on PC only, I believe.
Yeah, growing up a lot of those, Doom, Quake.
Right.
The
OGs.
There were other ones. Yep, those I remember. I played all those on PC.
I have nothing invested in any of this, so it's really funny to listen to. Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you both.
You're welcome. I should actually take notes when I think of things I want to say, because I keep going back and forgetting.
But I will say though, I have like my Wii and my Xbox next to my computer, and like I have dual monitors thing.
Oh, nice.
So that's another thing that's good on PC is that you can like watch like a YouTube video while you're playing a game, and you can like tab out and like send stuff to your friends.
Yeah.
So like I'm always in a call when I'm playing stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then also like a while ago I wanted to play some old Mario games, and so you can use an emulator and then emulate the games, but you can't use like the Wii remotes because like of the bar, right? So you want to hold your hands and use the thing. But I found out, and this surprised me. Did you have a Wii?
Yeah, I have a Wii. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure this is evident to you, but this is not to me, that you don't need to like plug it into your Wii. You can just power it. Like your remote does it back and forth. Like it sends a beam to the bar and then back to the remote. It doesn't send something to your Wii that tells you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the remote doing it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that. So you emulate the game on your computer, connect it through a Bluetooth to your computer, and then just plug in the bar to your Wii that's just off. Or it's on powering it, but you don't have to actually use your Wii. So it works on the screen. Oh, wow,
okay.
So I'm just in my room using it on my computer, and it's really fun.
That's cool.
I love that video games have just created these generations of like geniuses.
Yeah, that's
like, so good at like jerry-rigging things to make things work on different consoles and everything.
It's awesome.
Man, do I have an analog brain.
For me, I'm like, I get proud when I figure out how I can fit all my consoles on one shelf. I'm like, if I do this angle, then it works, and this is enough. There's enough air to go through here. Yeah, I don't have that. That's awesome.
The biggest pain is the Xbox. HDMI transfers audio, but if you have like monitors with speakers on it, then it'll play the audio from your console. But otherwise, you have to have a monitor with an audio jack because you get no audio.
Okay.
So it's silent.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play Civ 5 a while ago, or Civ Resolution for Xbox, but it was silent.
Oh, yeah, that kind of wrecks it.
Yeah.
Civ 5, that's one that took over my life for a few weeks.
Is that on console?
No, that one I played on my Mac, actually. And Chris and Stuart would play. Chris would play it on PC, and Stuart I think played on Mac also. We'd all play together. You've recognized that one too, because I'd played in front of you a bunch.
Civ Revolution was like this like crappy cheap one they made for
I
Xbox.
kept when it would go on sale a lot, and I'd always consider it. But I'm like, I don't know. I want there to be a good like real time strategy game for consoles, but I haven't found really any yet.
For consoles, there's nothing.
Yep. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else before going to the list.
I'm excited for the list.
Yeah, we should get into it. All right.
Okay, before we start, can I make a guess about your top 2?
Top 2?
Yeah, I
yes.
Because you're a console gamer, right?
Yes, I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong.
I don't want you to. Okay, I'll say this is in your top 5, both of these. But
okay.
I'm saying it's like your top 2.
Okay.
Okay, number 1 is Skyrim.
Okay.
Don't even change your expression.
I won't.
Number 2 is Arkham Knight.
Okay. Those are good guesses.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
I'm just like examining your personality and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Those seem like your games.
With I have something to say about both those.
Okay, cool.
With PC, first thing I should say before we go on the list is I've played a lot less open world games than I thought.
I've played a lot.
Okay, that's awesome. There are lots that I've played little bits of.
Me too.
I actually have a list of games that I own that are open world that I barely play at all. Like I get them when they get real cheap. And so at the end, I'll go over that real quick. But
in your house next to like your consoles, do you have like a long row of like boxes or like the cases?
I have some. I started for the Xbox One because I have that, and that I don't have that many games, so I still have all the cases. But recently, I took all my 360 games and I just put them in a binder.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
because it's all like Steam library, so it's like a list of games that you own, and then I just have like miscellaneous exes on my computer. That's all my games.
Yeah, most of my Xbox games are just on my Xbox. I don't even have a physical copy, which I didn't think that I would want to do because I always liked owning physical things. but now it's. I think I'm getting so lazy. I'm like, I have to put in the disc. Jeez, I'm so comfortable.
Physical copy is way more impressive, and I love it because I have the drawers under my TV where you pull them out, and it's like rows and rows.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course you did. Christmas and stuff. My birthday.
Yep. So, the things I wanted to say real quick are, I've played less than I thought. So there are probably games that belong on my list, but I haven't played enough. I was going to say
the same thing. I was thinking this exact because, can I say my first one?
Let's go for it.
Okay, so Fallout 4 is my first one for my number 10. Number 10 position. But I think if I was 2 years younger or older, 2 years older, Fallout New Vegas would be on the list.
Okay.
That's just slightly out of my reign.
But
I should totally play it. I should totally play that.
So you haven't played New Vegas at all?
No, but I totally should.
That's one I own. I played a little bit of. And, the reason that I got that is because Skyrim. So Skyrim's on my list. I'm not going to tell you where yet, though.
Me neither.
And then it was the same, it's pretty similar to Skyrim, except it's...
Of course, it's
completely different setting.
Trust me, I know a lot about New Vegas. I just haven't played it.
Yeah, okay. So New Vegas I got, and again, like years after it came out, and after playing Skyrim, and I just, with the Fallout world, for some reason I just couldn't get into it.
I can't relate to it either.
I don't know why, yeah.
And, okay, so this is going to be a returning thing, because I have two games on my list that are both related to this. 1940s culture is really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
So Fallout 4 is like based in, it's this super, this is for you.
Yes.
Okay.
You mean the person who knows everything, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, shoot.
It's like 1940s alternate universe where the bombs dropped in like America, and like this one person wakes up after like all of it, and they're in like a vault, so they don't die from radiation. Like a
shelter, yeah.
They wake up from like a cryopod like hundreds of years later, and everything's like dead except for like mutant creatures and stuff like that.
Fun.
It's very cool. But it's 1940s culture, so like they have like this. They have someone on a radio channel who's playing things off of like the one radio station that works, and it's like, oh, I don't want to set the world on. It's like 1940s music and stuff.
Yeah, so it's like perfectly creepy because basically 1940s music
exactly.
is awful.
It's awesome.
I mean, I love it. It's great
funny.
music, but
it's cool.
Perfect for being creeped out.
Yeah.
Like anything from the 60s and before, from when there was radio, if you apply that to any situation, you can scare the bejesus out of yourself.
Dude, and one of the songs that was actually really good on one of the trailers, they like synced it up with like him shooting things, the main guy, and the guy who sang the song apparently got pissed.
Oh, okay.
Because even though they like got the copyright rights, like he just didn't like that it was violent.
Oh,
so
okay.
They had to like take down the ad and stuff.
Oh, geez, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, way to go, Fallout. Integrity.
So Fallout 4 is one that I that's one I need to try. That's on my list of games I haven't played that I want to play to see. Because Skyrim I really got into, and the Fallout New Vegas I tried, and I think I don't know what it was, but I just could not get into the story maybe. So
The story's not that good in 4.
okay.
It's just
I hear
like,
4 is more of a shooter than the other ones.
it's fun.
Okay.
Like, of my top 10 games, like, okay, sometimes you have to put your list of things you've played the most of. So I've played quite a bit of 4. Because
Okay.
I'll come back to it. Same thing with Skyrim.
Yeah.
So I keep coming back to 4, and it's good, pretty much good every time. But I have issues with it. So, like, the VATS is super good. I have like bullet points. Right?
Nice.
It's like okay. So Skyrim's huge. The space between things in Fallout 4 is like it's more dense. Is what I'm saying. Skyrim you have to walk a little while, but it's still super dense. 4 is like half the size of the map, insanely dense.
Okay.
So you're always running into something.
Actually, I like that. That makes me want to play it a little more.
Yeah.
Because I like the vastness of Skyrim, but sometimes it's tough to get into another game where it's so time consuming. And I don't know. I should try that. Cool. So my number 10 is a game that I bet neither of you have heard of and nobody listening has heard of.
Ooh.
Except one friend, Eric, owned this game. It's called Midtown Madness. It was a PC game in 1999.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, it was. This is like kind of. It gets on my list. It's kind of like an honorary doctorate or something like that, where it's probably. I'm sure there are 100 games better than this, but it was the first game I remember playing where it was like the GTA 3 view of driving around.
Looks like GTA.
And it was racing, or you could just drive around the town. And I'd go to Eric's house, and we'd take turns playing it. And it was so cool, because I've always loved maps and exploring towns. And this was just, you can take a car, and it looks, back then, realistic.
Yeah.
And you can just drive around anywhere you want. And you can try to follow the traffic laws. You can drive into stuff. People would always jump out of the way. You couldn't hit people. But like everything else, you could just go anywhere. And it was, that was one of the first games that got me. That was like, oh, this is amazing what they can do with video games.
Yeah, that was made with you in mind.
Yeah, it was.
Maps
it was great.
And driving.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, that's my number 10. Yeah, cool. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is Dying Light. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Dying Light is zombie survival parkour game.
Uh-huh.
It's really cool. The parkour is like better than anything I've played.
Zombie survival parkour.
I have.
It's cool. It's better than you think. So like.
No, it's just games like that make me go, oh, in a zombie apocalypse, I'd be like one of the first 3 people to die. Because like I feel like that's a requirement now. Is that you can't just like go, oh, they're slow. No, you have to know parkour.
Parkour, or you know how to engineer a really good weapon.
Oh yeah,
Collect
like
all
make
crazy
shotguns
things.
out of staples and rubber bands. Like otherwise you're just dead. And I'd be like, fine, peace out. It was a good run.
Zombie games are super overdone, but like this one's actually good.
Nice.
So you can like upgrade weapons and make cool stuff, and then like when you swing like to the left, from right to left, they fly and hit the ground from like the left, and it's super reactive.
Oh, okay.
So it's like really realistic, and the parkour is like. It's the best.
Okay, that Dying Light is one I haven't played yet, but there are 2 games, that and State of Decay, that I kept going back and forth which one I want to get. I end up getting State of Decay because it was real cheap one time.
Okay.
Most of the games I get just when they're real cheap. But
I don't blame you.
But State of Decay, I was like, I think it had a little bit more of kind of RPG elements, a little bit where you had to like maintain relationships and keep like build parts of your base and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but Dying Light is one I want to try.
Yep.
But
and they released a DLC for it recently, where you could drive cars around and run over zombies.
Oh, nice.
So it's awesome.
Yeah.
It sounds therapeutic.
It is.
An awful week.
It is.
Drive over some zombies.
It is.
Cool. So yeah, my number 9 has to do driving. It's Mad Max.
Okay.
Did you play it?
I agree with that.
That one is
the one that came out recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it, I just started playing it like 2 weeks ago, and kind of to prepare for this show, I was like, oh, the few games I want to make sure to play to see them. I like it. It's really fun because it's got a bunch of side missions, which I like. Has the main story missions, but has a bunch of side ones. So if you just want to play for like 20 minutes, you can just pick it up and play and unlock a few things and level up a little bit. And I loved the Mad Max movies, and they did a really good job of putting you in that world. That's basically what I have to say about that.
Mad Max is good. My friend played it a lot, and he enjoyed it. driving around is fun.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And the car sounds are great. And they I'm not a big car guy, but that one, it's like when you go in the car and even on the little TV speakers I play with, it's like, oh, this car has power.
Well, that's the effect of Mad Max. I could not give two figs about cars. Like, thank you, you got me from point A to point B. But after seeing those movies, I'm like, I know like everything now, and I just need to take some like black paint and just Furiosa myself, and I'm good to go. So I get that.
Nice.
Being an avid gamer myself, I totally get.
I feel like we could talk half an hour about each game, but
I definitely could.
Yeah, I should probably keep it going. All right,
okay.
number 8.
Number 8 is Terraria.
That one, I haven't played.
I'm
I'm familiar with it. I'm going to make a note of that.
Okay, so Terraria is... I'm trying to put it into, like, terms that you would know. Not saying that, like, you're dumb,
Right,
but I'm
right.
just saying, like...
Well, I'm not... I know a lot of games, but I don't think I've played nearly as much as you have. So I think... yeah, sorry, go ahead.
It's nothing like this, but this is the best description I'm going to get.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 2D Minecraft.
Okay.
But with, like, collectibles. That's the thing I hate most about Minecraft, okay? If Minecraft was, like... There was, like, a billion items, and, like, you always could find, like, cool wands and stuff like that. Like, that would be, like... I could respect that game.
Okay.
But now it's just, like, a little kid, like, cash grab type thing.
Yeah, I've brought up Minecraft on this show before because I haven't played it, and it's one of those that I'm not quite sure still what the appeal is.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But I every once in a while I go and I'm like, I should give it a shot because it might just be fun. Yeah, I don't know because I don't know anyone my age that plays it. I know some people who are significantly younger, like relatives and stuff. It's not like I just know a bunch of kids who play Minecraft, but like
No, I think that one of the people that you're thinking of is my brother.
yeah, my brother-in-law.
Oh my God.
He plays it a bunch, and then
Still or like back? Yeah. Okay.
yeah, and he's
I think I can recall back a couple of Christmases that you asked what Minecraft was.
okay. Probably yeah, and
Yeah.
I still it's one of those where for some reason people because online you read about games and everyone's gonna be like, oh, let's see what game I should check out that everyone loves that I'm missing out. Minecraft always comes up, and then I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, my brother tried to, and my brother's 11, and he tried to teach me how to play Minecraft a few years ago, but he just gave up so hardcore that he just took the controller out of my hand and was like, don't worry, I'll just figure it out. So he was playing from 2 controllers.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm not needed here anymore.
It's like
Yeah.
Legos. It's like Legos but with exploration.
Yeah.
Like imagine you had like Legos, but you had to like go out and find the Legos, and like that's kind of fun.
I get the appeal.
That seems could be cool. It's one of those where I don't know if I would.
If it had been
get
introduced to
satisfaction.
me when I was super into Tetris, down for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
See, like Legos is monotonous to me now, but so is Minecraft.
Okay.
Because I was into Minecraft because I'm like that generation
Uh-huh.
that is like in the perfect like I don't know how old I was when it came out, but like
Right.
in the perfect zone where it's like really fun,
Yeah.
but it's like super not fun.
Okay. Cool. So you're talking about Terraria, and so
Yeah, so it's like you kill one dude and he'll drop like some random item, and you'll kill 100 of them, and you'll get one item from 100 of those enemies, and it's like, whoa, that's really rare.
Uh-huh.
And then that item can combine with another item that like you have to kill 100 different enemy to get. It's not like grindy. You'll just find these enemies, and then you'll drop these super rare items, and eventually you get like sick weapons and you fight bosses.
Is
it's
it a story? Is it like
No.
Oh, okay.
It's more like there's progression,
Uh-huh.
but it's not linear at all.
Okay. That sounds cool.
It's really fun.
Nice.
Like the progression is like you kill a boss and you get an item, and then that lets you in the future fight another boss. That's what it is.
Okay. Nice. You already got a lot of variety in your list. Mine, most of my games are pretty similar, but
Racing.
a few of them are. But next one is Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor.
Okay, that's on my list.
Nice. So
Have you
that one is similar to Mad Max in a lot of ways.
Have you played the new one?
No, I have not yet.
It's a masterpiece.
Oh, okay, nice. Because I like because Chris and I both Shadow of Mordor played a bunch. He got to 100%. I got to like 90-something%.
I love that game. So
Yeah,
much.
and
I can't even tell you.
It's one of those where it's like Mad Max. You just pick up and just go like, I'm gonna just go do a random mission somewhere, and then you level up a little bit, and it looks great, and it's simple. That's one of those games. A problem with open world games for me a lot of times is that I get overwhelmed at first, and then I go, it's too tough. And Shadow of Mordor is one where the first like 20 minutes I was like, what am I supposed to do? There's so much stuff. There are all these icons on the map. I don't know where to
Exactly.
go. And then once you get past that, they do such a good job of teaching you different abilities as you go on.
Yeah.
And introducing new things.
They do it really well in the next one, Shadow of War.
Okay.
But the first hour of gameplay is awful.
Oh, really?
It's
Okay.
I thought I started the first hour. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, okay.
They ruined it. It's awful. And then like 10 minutes after the first hour, like I swear it was like timed. It
Nice.
was great.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Like it's because you start off with no abilities,
Uh-huh.
and then you start getting them, and then it's like it's a masterpiece. is
Yeah,
what it is.
nice. And that's when Ariel saw me play, and she likes Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Oh,
Yeah, I was like, interesting.
yeah,
I
See,
feel like I need to play this.
people that like Lord of the Rings hate Shadow of Mordor
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't follow the lore at all.
Oh, I'm not that kind of a Lord of the Rings
Okay.
nerd.
Okay.
I'm the Lord of the Rings nerd that's just like, these movies make me so happy. Like, they
Yeah.
actually informed what I want to do now. So I'm just
Okay,
like,
gotcha.
sweet. Yeah, and they have just a lot of, mythological elements that are really fun. But the lore is so dense. It's just
Yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
dense.
Have you read the
Like,
books? Uh-huh. Okay, gotcha.
It's been a long time, but that's how I used to get it. My math teacher that I hated was I had the leather bound like trilogy, and I would bring that to my math class and put that on my desk and be like, yeah, I'm not gonna take part in this class. I'm just gonna read this. And so yeah, it's a tough read. It's good, but it's tough.
yeah."
And I do want to play that game. So let's not talk about literature. Let's talk about games.
Okay.
Cool. We'll talk about that more when we get to on your list, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's much higher on my list.
Cool.
Um,
All right, so I think you're on 7?
7.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one is Subnautica.
Subnautica?
Have
I
you
actually never heard of that.
It's amazing.
look that up right
so
now.
it's super indie. It's basically like you're on a spaceship. You don't ever see it. It's like a cutscene, but it's like it's all drawn images.
Okay.
The spaceship crashes on this water. The planet is completely covered in water, and then you're just stuck there with technology. But like basically your ships crash. You can see it in the distance. You pick up like big pieces of metal, and you're like, well, I can make a tool out of this.
Oh, okay.
So like Minecraft, but like way better.
Yeah.
And then underwater, and it's terrifying
Oh, yeah.
because you'll be swimming, and then you'll realize that you're like 500 feet underwater, and you look up, and it's pitch black above, and there's like fish that are like 100 times your size. They swim at you. They have it for VR, and apparently it's
that's
like
cool.
a horror game.
Oh, that's cool. Have
yeah.
you done any VR stuff?
No, but
It's really fun.
I've tried it one time.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. You should come to my. You guys should come to my parents' house, your whole family, and play VR. It's so
Yes.
fun to do.
Do you have PSVR?
No, we have a
Whatever crazy thing that's
HTC
like the
Vive,
full
awesome.
gear.
Vive. Yeah, we have Vive.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is
It
really
is
fun.
Crazy.
Yeah, and you guys would have fun watching each other do it too.
It's awesome.
It's really awesome.
The best thing
yeah.
is watching the people with the equipment on.
Yeah.
Going like, responding to zombies. It's the best. Stuart scream.
It's so cool. I don't know if it's gonna. We could talk about that for a long time too. If it's gonna keep going, like if that's gonna be a returning thing. Is
Yeah, I don't know.
VR because I don't know.
The games are expensive to make, and there's
And
just
not-
not a huge.
Not very good usually.
Yeah, so but they're yeah, it's awesome.
Some of them are pretty funny. Like there's the I don't even know what it's called because I don't play VR,
Hmm.
but it's like a cooking game.
Yeah, I've played that with my brothers. It's really fun. One person has the VR set on, and they're the waiter going around. No, they're the cook.
Yeah.
Preparing the stuff, and the other person on the PC is the waiter, and you yell out, tell the person what people ordered, and do it. It's really fun. Yeah.
I just like it because like we might be talking about the same game. I don't even know because I haven't played it, but I've only seen clips.
Probably
of
the same one.
where you can like open up wine bottles and like pour it on your drink or like on your stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
VR. It's funny.
Yep. Cool. Subnautica. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
It's really cool. Yeah, if you're scared of being underwater, this is your game. Because like you'll like you start from like picking up like pieces of metal and then making like a robot that you can like go deeper in the
Cool.
ocean, and then eventually you're so deep that you're like in the core, like there's like lava and stuff. And for anyone who's playing, I'm not gonna spoil it because there's cool stuff at the end. But it's super early access.
Okay, cool.
So
All right. Nice. So that was your 7. My 7 is Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. All right. Have you ever played any Tony Hawk games?
I played Underground.
Okay. I think this was the first open world one.
That's awesome.
And it's open world. You can use that. That's like, it's kind of open world. But the Tony Hawk games were my favorite games for probably when I was your age. I would play those so much. I'd get every Tony Hawk game that came out. And this is one where it's basically one big map. And then you go to different, I don't know what they're called.
Similar to like Skate 3.
Yeah. And so
I like Skate 3. It's fun.
I've only played a little bit, but I like what I played. But yeah, the Tony Hawk games, I try to include in any video game list because those were super addicting for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's
So
cool.
you like racing and you like skating.
Yeah, sometimes it depends on how it's done. It depends on the setting and everything. I have one more driving game on here on my list, but yeah, it depends on the map and stuff. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
My number 6
Mm-hmm.
is Metal Gear Solid 5.
Nice. That is one I own on my list. Haven't played yet because
Oh
it's one of those I
God.
got maybe a month ago, and it's like one of the next ones I'm going to start playing.
It's so good.
Yeah, that I'm excited
See,
to play it.
That's a game I haven't played that much.
Okay.
I had it on my old computer. I don't have it anymore. But I will get it back. I guarantee at some point. It's really good. Like, my only bullet point for it was just Hideo Kojima,
Oh, okay.
who made the game.
Yeah.
He's like Steven Spielberg, but for video games.
Yep.
But like an unspoken genius.
Yeah. And I think that was I could be getting things mixed up, but I think it was never mind.
Were you
So
gonna say a different game than he made?
No, it was talking about. I read something about him. It was a book about. It's called like Extra Lives: Why Video Games Matter.
Yeah,
and
I've heard of it.
Oh, okay, yeah. And
Yeah.
there was a chapter talking about Metal Gear Solid and the games. And I think it was like after third or fourth, he wasn't even planning on making more. And then
Yeah. He's
but,
like,
yeah.
I don't know, he's a genius.
Yeah.
But like, I guess he worked, I can't remember the company's name right now, but I believe he got fired because his like dreams for the game were just like out of this world.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so he made his own company, and now he's making another Metal Gear Solid game. I don't know how he has the rights to it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm completely wrong, but he's making like a zombie game, so I don't like it. But it's okay.
Okay. All right. So that was your number 6.
Yeah. What's
Nice.
your 6?
My 6 is Dead Island.
Okay. Cool.
Which is one that there's a lot of people. I feel like it's polarizing. There are a lot of people who hate it.
It's very polarizing because from people I hear it's bad.
Yeah, I loved it. For me, it maybe because it was pretty simple, but you can upgrade. You can get a lot of different weapons and then do things, and it's like crafting, I think is what they call it. And you have a baseball bat that you connect razors and fire to, like things like that, and you just keep building stuff, and you go through, and there's zombies. It's a pretty regular zombie kind of game.
Yeah.
But I just liked the gameplay. I liked the map. It was very relaxed, I guess you could say.
I'm fact checking something real quick.
Uh-huh.
I'm 90% sure that Dead Island is made by the people who made Dying Light.
Oh, okay.
So they made Dead Island, and that did okay. And then they're supposed to make like another different Dead Island game, but
Okay.
they never did. And then they came out with Dying Light,
I should
and it's
definitely
literally
check that out.
It's literally like the same thing as Dead Island, but with
Okay.
parkour and better.
Okay, cool. Nice. I'm gonna check that out.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, so number 5,
Yes.
I'm very excited to talk about because this is what I'm playing right now.
Okay.
LA Noire.
Okay. Yes, that's my number 4. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, I'm glad.
I loved it.
LA's a masterpiece.
That game is so much fun. Okay, LA Noire is
1940s.
1947. That's one of the games I actually put down like notes about. But I love old LA stuff.
Me too.
And you can go around, and again, the story is interesting. I love that they use some things from actual historical
Yeah.
crime stuff that happened, like the Black Dahlia and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And then,
Don't spoil the ending.
sorry, I won't. Yeah,
Because
well,
I'm very close to the ending.
okay, cool. But it's the most I've cared about a story, I think, in a game in a long time.
Me too. It's great.
The acting is actually pretty darn good.
That's what it's exactly. It's
Yeah.
good voice acting, good acting.
Yep. And they have things where when you interrogate people, and you have to try to decide if they're telling
Lying.
the truth or not, and you have to decide.
So-
I think it's
It's an investigative game. So you're like a police officer from
Right.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
it.
I've seen him
Oh,
play
okay.
it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it had great music. It
yeah,
looked cool.
and you can
Like,
find old
very
landmarks.
appealing,
And
yeah.
And
it was awesome. Yeah.
It's like it talks about a lot of different things that were like important in the 1940s.
Mm-hmm.
So like drugs, racism, sexism, like that type of thing are all like super prominent in it.
Yep.
And then also like corrupt police force,
Right.
which is like one of the main forefronts because like okay, so a lot of your partners are just corrupt. Like you find
Yeah.
some people and then your partner's like, "Ooh, wait, we can't arrest him."
Yep.
Because like he's got cahoots with the government, which is like I mean, a predominant thing back then. Plus, they all hated the Chinese. They all hated because because the war.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep. So yeah, and even I think even the protagonist like isn't great. I think there's a lot of struggling with morality and stuff, even just as the main character, as far as I remember.
I just want to point out that for a second, both of you were like speechless
it's like
about this game.
It's great. It really is one of those that I wish I hadn't played it yet, so I could play it for the first time again. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I got a little bit of water on my computer.
What's your 5?
My 5 is Driver San Francisco. That's my other driving game.
Cool.
That one.
I'm gonna look that up again.
San Francisco. I love any kind of game that takes place in San Francisco. And Watch Dogs 2, which I haven't played yet, another one I want to get. Takes place in San Francisco. Looks awesome, but I use the word awesome a lot.
Watch Dogs 2 or 1?
2. 2 I have not played.
2 is pretty good. 1's really bad.
Okay, yeah, I want to get 2. Driver San Francisco had some of my favorite, I guess not controls, but just the feel of driving around, and it's San Francisco, and so
I know
fun.
this game.
And then it has a good mix of you can do racing, or other kind of missions involve like stunts and things like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, 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 blah. It was great. I was surprised by how addicted I was to it.
If you get addicted to racing games, I recommend you play Dirt. Ever heard of Dirt?
Yes, that's one that is on a list to keep an eye on.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Dirt's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Okay.
That's the point. Is that it's like beyond realistic driving.
Okay.
So like you have to like pay attention to like what you're driving on and that type of thing, and you can't like turn the steering wheel too quick or it'll spin off. That's pretty fun.
Nice.
My 4
Yes.
is Shadow of War
Nice.
and Mordor.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
we already kind of talked about that. But I just want to point out the Nemesis system. I love it.
Yeah.
It's really good in the next one.
Okay,
where
cool.
like you will like the most specific things. I'm trying to think of a really specific one, but like if an enemy dies to spiders or whatever, 20 hours later in the gameplay, he'll randomly show up and be like a hive mind of spiders.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
And he'll be like, you killed me one time and I'm back again. And then he'll fight you, and then he'll come back again, and that time you killed him with fire. So now he's got like fire spiders, and he's all like demented and stuff.
Yeah, and
it's awesome.
Yeah, all they're orcs. That's what they're called, right?
Orcs. They call them urks.
Yeah, they are like each one has a personality. They do a really good job, and especially the ones that are like the leaders of the gangs and stuff. And
nice. They do this really cool thing with the next one, or with like the new one, is like shaming. So when you beat someone in combat, you can either shame them or you can just like kill them. And if you shame them, then their level lowers and stuff. But there's like a really small chance that they get deranged and become completely insane because of it.
Oh, okay.
And so like if you ever run into them, they'll just like laugh or scream. They'll just start screaming or like crying or something crazy.
All right, so that was your number 4. So my 4 is L.A. Noire, which I already talked about. So what was your number 3?
GTA 5.
Nice. That's on my list. I haven't got to it
Everything's
yet.
on your list.
Yeah.
2 different lists: the list for today and the list.
But yeah, we can talk about GTA 5 now. But it
speaks for itself. It's really good.
Yeah, I have it for 360, so I don't have the newest version, which I think is significantly better, just because of the way it looks and everything. But
yeah, GTA 5 for single player is like ignored, but Rockstar realizes they make bookie money doing the multiplayer.
And I loved the single player. For me, that was the first GTA game where I didn't get frustrated and just
enjoyed it
in the middle. Yeah, because
exactly.
all the other ones, it would be like these long missions. You have to drive far away, and there'd be time limits, and then you wouldn't make it. Then you have to start the whole mission over. In this one, it had lots of save points, and the missions were
good.
Yeah, they were good, and I guess relatively easy, which I liked.
But they weren't handholdy. They were good.
Yeah,
and they were all just fun. Like the game's just good the whole way through.
I agree. Yep.
And the characters are hilarious. Trevor is good. Everyone's good.
Yeah.
It's just good.
Yeah. Yep. I agree with you on that. All right, we got the 10 minutes. All right. So my number 3, I kind of did a thing where I only picked one game per franchise or series because it was tough for me to decide between some. So I picked Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood. Those are the two that the first 2 I played. So I really got into them. So that's why I choose those. Syndicate which I got a while ago. I played some. I started again recently. I think I'll end up liking more because I like London so much and old London stuff, but I just haven't played it enough. But Assassin's Creed 2, I think, was the game when I started playing that got me back into video games. When I was a little kid, I played a lot, and I'd play some sports games and stuff throughout teenage years. And then Assassin's Creed 2 was the first one that really got me into like story-driven games again. Yep.
The story for Assassin's Creed is actually surprisingly good because the game itself now is a cash grab.
Yeah.
I wish I still liked Assassin's Creed. I don't like it anymore. I only played Assassin's Creed 3.
Okay, that was fun too.
Which is like the American Indian one.
Yeah, it's American old like Revolutionary War.
Yeah,
was it that long
or
ago?
it's
I think so. Or was it Civil War? I can't remember.
Revolutionary War.
Okay, cool.
So like the Tea Party type of thing.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. I liked reenacting. You're like an assassin, but you're not left in like the history books.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
like you're like secretly there at like the Tea Party, the Boston Tea Party, and like you're the one who like did it for like a different reason that one was actually like present in the history books. It's the game itself is really cool.
Yeah.
I like them all, but I like them all before 3. 3 is good, and then the rest are good before that. But
okay.
I hate Black Flag.
Oh really? I liked it.
I hate it.
Okay, it's a very different game because there's that's the one where it's like pirates and you have a ship and you go to a bunch of different little islands.
I even like the ship combat. That's fun. But I just don't like Assassin's Creed anymore. Because, so like I like stealth games, but I've played so many. So like if this was like stealth games, you're talking about stealth games, just Dishonored would be my number one.
Okay. Yeah.
But I've played so many stealth games that now I'm just kind of sick of them at the moment. Metal Gear Solid 5, that's why I didn't finish it. I got sick of it.
Okay.
I'm sick of the stealth games.
Okay.
Over and over.
I totally get that. The Assassin's Creed games I've played 2, 3, Brotherhood, 4, and now I'm playing Syndicate. Cool. So that was that was my number 3. All right.
Now my 2.
Yes.
Far Cry 3.
Nice. I haven't played any Far Cry games. I need to play them.
They're good.
Yeah.
So I played 3 and 4. The new ones. Have you heard of the new one?
The one that comes out like next
February.
Yeah, that one looks like it's gonna be pretty cool.
It's cool. It's about like racist white America.
Yeah, I think
which is like pretty cool. You're just killing hillbillies.
It's kind of like I think it's kind of like a crazy like a cult leader basically in like Montana
he's like,
or something like that.
It's in Montana. He's like a crazy Christian movement leader.
Yeah.
And so like 4, the leader is like he owns a place called I gotta wave to him. Sorry.
Sorry.
That's so funny. Anyways, someone just walked into the studio that I know. Yeah. Voss is the enemy in 3, and he's by far one of the most iconic people of all time in a video game. He starts acting in like movies now, but he's literally amazing.
Have you
heard of the Insanity speech?
No.
There's this one part at the end of the game where he's like, you're tied up and he's about to kill you, and he's like, do you know the definition of insanity? And it's literally like the most iconic thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, okay.
He's like, it's called doing the same thing over and over and over again. And he starts like freaking out. And then he pushes you into a thing of water and you drown.
My number 2, which I'm guessing, we have a few more minutes, is Skyrim.
Okay, that's my one.
Nice. So yeah, Skyrim.
So do you have to prove to Harrison why is your number 2?
Well, no, my number 1 is GTA 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those were a GTA 5. I think because the single player for Skyrim single player for GTA 5 and Skyrim I probably liked about the same.
Okay.
But then I got GTA 5, the multiplayer I got into again, so it kind of felt like a second game for me. That's the only reason why that one is slightly ahead. Skyrim, I didn't think I'd get into because fantasy games I don't really care about that much. Both my brothers played it, and I got it cheap, and I was like, it'll be fun for me to get into it too because then we can all be playing at the same time.
Yeah, that's
I got really addicted to it.
Okay, so I've played more Skyrim than almost any other game I've ever played.
Okay.
It's my favorite game of all time.
Nice.
I can tell you like anything about Skyrim. I love that game so much.
It's great. And that's one where I have it for 360, and I think when it gets cheap, I'm going to get it for Xbox One, just because it looks a little better.
They remastered it.
Yeah, and I think it'll just give me a excuse to play it again.
I almost have 600 hours on Steam.
Oh wow, nice.
So
Well done.
I think, yeah. I don't know how many hours I've put into it, but
Yeah,
I've played a little while. But
benefit of playing online on PC is it marks all your time.
yeah, Skyrim is one where there's basically infinite stuff you can do, like missions. There's just so many caves and little nooks and crannies.
We could talk a full hour about Skyrim.
Yep.
You guys might have to do a make a list show just about
Skyrim.
Number one.
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Nice. I think
That's a full list.
yeah. I think it's pretty good.
Hey man, I have one to contribute.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, sorry.
My
Please
only
do.
game.
Please do. Please
My
do.
only
Oh, is it open
game.
world?
I believe so.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
It's Medieval Sims.
Okay, so, yeah.
Cool.
Because that game
That's
is
sick.
fantastic.
Yep.
You are basically a god. And as soon as you know all the cheat codes, you are super rich and you just get everything you want and you can do whatever you want. And it's awesome and it's wonderful. And I actually had to take that off of my laptop because every time I would open up and go into that game, I'd be like, little people.
It's the only game I've seen Ariel really get into.
Yeah, and I had to like nip that in the bud.
It's Sims, right?
Yes.
So is it like Sims?
It's like Sims, but yeah, medieval times.
Yeah, you can basically start from like virtually nothing and then
Yeah, no,
become,
I've played Sims.
Right, but like become like a ruler of medieval world.
That's
and
cool.
then you have all the money, you can build all the castles, you
That's
can do
cool.
all the stuff you want to do.
That's like, ever played City Skylines?
No, that's one I want to get. That one looks complex.
It is complex, but it's really fun.
Cool. All right, we have like 3 minutes. I wanted to do one more quick trivia thing. I'm going to say a character name. You guys have to tell me if it's a Star Wars character. These are obscure characters. Star Trek character or Sesame Street character.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I like
Rapid
that.
Star
fire.
Wars, Star Trek, or Sesame Street.
Okay.
Okay, Star Wars, Star Trek, or Sesame Street. Okay.
All right. Vic Fontaine.
Vic Font. I know that name.
Sesame Street.
It's your guess? No, it's Star Trek.
I actually know that name,
Okay.
but I
I can't remember what the character is, but
Vic Fontaine. I'm gonna say it's Star Wars.
it's Star Trek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where is it? Who is that? Because I know that name.
I don't remember. Sorry.
Oh,
I don't.
okay.
It just seems like a very recognizable
Yeah.
name that's like, I don't know, it could have been 70s Sesame Street.
Bennett Snurf.
Oh boy.
Star Wars, Star Trek, or Sesame Street?
Should we know these, or is it just
No.
like the name?
No.
I'd see if
just the name. I should recognize it.
maybe. I don't think any of you guys will know any of these characters.
I'm just going to say whatever first pops in mind and not look into it. Star Wars.
It's Nerve. It's Star Trek.
Sesame Street.
Okay.
All right. WAG 2.
Wagged.
Star Wars.
Was it? Is it?
WAGTOO.
Star Wars.
Oh, it's probably a robot from Star Wars.
It's Star Wars. Yep. Nice. Chief Chirpa.
Chief Chirpa.
Star something. I'm going to go with Wars.
I have no idea. I say Star Trek.
It's Star Wars.
Really? Okay.
Gilda the Great.
Okay. Sesame Street.
I was hoping I would know one of these, and I'd blow you out of the park.
A few more. It's Sesame Street.
Sounds like a puppet.
Just Hogan.
Oh.
Star
Oh, we've got like 1 minute.
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek. Nice. Thaddeus Twiddlebug.
Sesame Street.
Star Wars.
Sesame Street.
Aw.
Yeah, that's right.
Pegafish.
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street. Nice. Oddball.
Sesame Street.
Star Wars. Lobot.
Wobot?
Lobot.
Star Wars.
Yep, Star Wars. Lobot.
There's a bot.
Commander Cody.
Oh, that's. Oh, wait, God.
Star Trek.
Star Wars.
Yes, I thought it was Star Wars. 'Cause that's the guy.
Warren Wolf.
Sesame
Trek.
Street.
That's Sesame Street. Warren Wolf. And then the last one, Gowron. Gowron.
Star Wars.
Star Trek.
It's Star Trek. Nice. All right. So yeah, I've got to end it now. But thank you everyone very much for listening. Thank you, Harrison. Thank you, Ariel, for being a guest.
Thank
That
you
was
so much.
awesome. That
Thanks
was
for
super
having
fun.
us, and thanks for coming on, Harrison.
Yeah, we'll have to
Fun.
have you on again sometime, talk about video games, especially with my brothers on too. That'll be
That'd be awesome.
That'll be fun. So yeah, thanks everyone for listening. If you have any questions or comments, you can email the station at kpca@pca.tv. And I've started posting these episodes on YouTube if you want to listen to them. So if you go to our Twitter @Phil and Ariel, you can find links or search on YouTube. Let's Make a List KPCA. All right, thank you very much, and please stay tuned. Bye everybody.